19XX.
Yes, there you go.
Episode 19X in the Brutally Honest podcast. Rick, Erich, Dylan, Nadia, and Jason are here to talk about all the dumb news that happened this week.
Wow.
That's
Jeez.
it.
That sounds enticing.
Hey,
This could be the greatest episode ever.
Hey, listen, dude, I got coffee. I'm not tired. I don't know about you guys. I'm happy. I'm ready.
I have coffee and I'm tired.
Sounds good.
Dylan, do you have coffee and are tired? Do you have not? Does anybody not have coffee? And
I don't drink coffee.
Are you
I
tired?
me either.
Boo!
I don't drink coffee
Are
either.
either of you guys tired?
Boo!
I'm not really tired at all.
You guys,
And I'm just cheerful, so good.
Well, then you make a nice change for this podcast.
Yeah.
all right, guys. Who watched the Shadow of Mordor, or not Shadow of War trailer?
Shadow of
The
Mordor.
gameplay, the 20-minute one, or 16 minutes, whatever it was.
I did. I watched
too.
it a
What'd
few
you
times.
Well, Rick, you have the strongest feelings about it, I think, so you go ahead.
I think it's amazing. It's going to be just everything about the game. I was going to buy it no matter what, and my kind of thing about this game was I didn't know how they could make it bigger and better, and how they could continue to improve on the Nemesis system. And they've answered all three of those questions just with this trailer. So I'm sold. It's probably going to be my game of the year already.
It looks great.
I mean, I'm serious. It just looks so great.
You know what's funny? The first time you said that, I thought, well, I think Breath of the Wild is honestly going to be my game of the year, at least so far. But I've watched that gameplay trailer like 3 or 4 times at this point, and I'm starting to wonder because it looks fantastic.
Yeah.
If nobody's seen it, it's like loaded with stuff, and I mean, the action looks great, and the sieging the castles and then running the castles, having your guys actually run the castle, it looks unbelievable.
Honestly, that army building seems like what I like in a MOBA, minus all the MOBA crap. You know, you push, you make progress, you take a base, and then that's your base. Also, I really like the what are they called? The Overlords, Rick or Jason, the guy who's in the middle in the castle that you have to fight. What are they called?
I think they were called Overlords. Yeah.
Yeah, I forget what they are now.
That whole thing looks so cool. That guy had like the flamethrower, and his whole castle was custom built to complement his flamethrower. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love how he called that other guy in to attack him right in the middle of the fight. That was so great.
That just made the whole thing right there. The whole trailer. I was just holy cow.
That was unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's interesting they released the 16-minute video.
Yeah, I guess it is, because it's a while till it comes out.
Yeah.
I mean, and they're confident.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clearly.
And it is a while. I mean, it's 3 months. What else? 3, 4 months, actually.
Well, a little over.
4 months. 5 months?
Oh.
5 months.
6 months?
Well,
7 months?
Well,
No,
even
I
if it is
hope
6 or 7 months.
Is it 3 years?
Announcement to release is tiny compared to most games.
Yeah.
You know, I'm very excited for it. Like I said, I still have to go back and finish Shadow of Mordor, but it's a great game.
Yeah.
And I've just got other stuff in my way.
Well, you should get rid of all those other things and just play Shadow of Mordor because it's great.
I'll get to that. I'll go
all
and
right.
play it.
And I do have to point out also that it is going to see some features or a release, if you want to say that or whatever, on Project Scorpio. So I guess it is going to be enhanced for Scorpio.
I'm frustrated with that whole thing. Can we not talk about that?
It's not exclusive to Xbox, is it?
No.
No.
Okay.
I'm a little frustrated by it too because I have to buy it now.
Yeah.
I'm frustrated because I bought an Xbox One that I'm still waiting for Crackdown 3.
No, you're fine though.
I'm for how long? You know.
I mean, the Xbox One is that the regular unit is fine. It's no problem.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
I got something we can talk about after the show about preferences, but
Okay.
Okay, as long as you just didn't buy an Xbox One to wait for Crackdown.
That's not me. No.
Yeah.
Come on, I'm not that unsensible. I bought an Xbox
Are
One.
you?
So no. I bought
Okay.
the Xbox One because I wanted to play Sunset Overdrive and Halo and
Yeah.
Forza and all the
All right.
exclusives.
Oh,
Have you played Sunset Overdrive?
I have it, and I've played parts of it.
That's a great game.
It is fun.
That came out the same year as Shadow of Mordor. That was a good year, 2014.
Yeah. But
I
anyway,
have not played that one, but it looks great.
It's fun. It's really colorful. It's like if Nintendo made a violent first-person shooter.
Yay!
So
it's like Splat with violence.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's a really great game. If you haven't played it, I would highly recommend it.
I haven't. That's on like my list of stuff that I have to get to.
And I'm sure it's going to be on that Game Pass thing.
Oh yeah. Oh, certainly.
So, all right. What's World to the West? Does anybody? I'm not sure what this is.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and take care of it. I wrote it up for it. World to the West is a fun little indie game from Rain Games, and it's an isometric 3D top-down action adventure game. And basically, what it is, it's kind of got this pulpy comic feel to it. And the people from Rain Games, they live in the Netherlands, so their influence for this game came from old European pulp comics. So it's kind of got that Rin Tin Tin feeling to it, that kind of roundish, cartoonish feel. And the lore of the game is these 4 different people from 4 different nationalities are coming to the world of the West, and they're trying to explore it, and they're trying to escape persecution. So it looks just like a fun game. I don't know if it's co-op. I couldn't find any information about that, because I guess as one player, you can switch in between these 4 different players. Each character has their own unique abilities, of course. So it just looked like a fun game. The trailer's on the site, so definitely check it out.
So probably might be co-op because you're switching between characters.
I hope so.
That guy really reminds me of Zangief.
Yeah, right. The strong guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Definitely does. Still do this, but the old Lego games, you could switch between characters, and everyone had special abilities, and you could only play 2. I mean, you had a ton of them each level, and you could only play 2 players. So for that, who knows?
Looks great.
Yeah. I mean, it looks great. Again, I couldn't find any info on the co-op info, but we'll probably have a review of the game as well. So just keep an eye on that for more. And I believe it's releasing this year, sometime in the spring or early summer, maybe. So
cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, Rick and Jason, I know you guys care about this a lot.
Okay.
Sludge Boy was announced for Injustice 2.
What's that? I'm sorry?
Rock guy. Here.
Rock dude. Actually,
Erich,
the new character is Bro Dude.
It's not cool to not know about comics. That doesn't make you cool.
I'm not even clever. I'm not even funny.
You are not. That is true.
When I sent you guys those messages, I was on the train to Philly with my girlfriend, and I'm like, hey, look what I'm sending to Rick and Jason. And she goes, why? I go, I don't know.
I could second that why.
Yes.
But seriously, you guys know about comics. Were these characters wanted? Are they good?
Yes.
Cool.
The end of story.
There it is.
Well, the Flash, and Rick and I were talking about this, but the Flash is like Rogue's Gallery has gotten so much cooler since the TV show got on the air, and I think they've gotten a lot more widespread fandom than they've pretty much ever had before. So Captain Cold and Reverse Flash, very cool to have those in the game. I just hope that Reverse Flash isn't like basically just the Flash, like the same moves and stuff like that.
I get it. They'll do something. I mean, they'll have similar moves, obviously, but I think, they've been doing fighting games. NetherRealm Studios have been doing fighting games for how long? And
yes,
I think they know.
Yes, so. They've never done palette swaps before.
Yeah, right. There's never been a series of 3 ninjas or 3 robots with all similar movesets.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it'll be great.
Fighting games,
They do. For anyone that doesn't know what we're talking about, we're discussing the new Shattered Alliance, New Injustice 2 story trailer. In it reveals several returning characters such as Green Lantern, the Flash, Green Arrow, and who else was in that one? Darn it, who else was in that?
You know what? Honestly, I don't remember. It was a lot of guys that we've seen already.
Yeah. So, and then the two new character reveals were Reverse Flash and Captain Cold. So, yeah, it's going to be pretty great.
I'm excited for Captain Cold and Reverse Flash,
Yeah.
but
What's their bit?
Yeah.
What do they? I kind of get Reverse Flash, I think, but what's Captain Cold do?
well, it's in the name.
Does he control like the weather in his immediate vicinity?
No, he has like
or-
a freeze gun.
That's awesome.
So, I mean, he's very similar to Mr. Freeze, Batman villain Mr. Freeze, except he doesn't have any sort of like physical ailment where he, like Mr. Freeze has to be kept in like this cryo suit or he'll die. Captain Cold doesn't. He's just a guy, but he's got like this freeze gun.
He's just a guy.
So here's my next question, and please don't laugh at me.
Mm-hmm.
Are all Flash villains related to slowing Flash down? Are they just all trying to make him go slower?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right.
It's like Mirror Master can generate portals to like a kind of a mirror dimension, and he uses mirrors for that. There's Weather Wizard who controls the weather. Obviously, there's it's not really. I mean, they're pretty well varied.
Yeah.
I really like that name, Weather Wizard.
Weather
That's
Wizard.
the best.
Yeah,
That's great.
he's not the biggest villain in the world, but
Hopefully we'll get a
hope he
premium
is in
skin.
Injustice too.
Hopefully we'll
Okay.
get a premium skin for Captain Cold to be Iceman, or what's Dr. Freeze?
Mr.
Sorry.
Freeze.
Yeah, Mr. Freeze.
You know what? That's a good point because he actually is a doctor. He's a scientist.
Yeah.
So why isn't he
Yeah.
Dr. Freeze?
Dr. Freeze? I don't know.
It's kind of odd.
You know what they say.
Dr. Mr. Freeze.
What do they say?
I don't know. I don't know what they say. I say it a lot.
Erich, what do they say?
They say, if you went to school for 8 years, you're a doctor.
Eureka.
So I never played Voodoo Vince.
I didn't either.
Neither have I.
Neither have I, but I've been looking at it and it's freaking weird.
Nadia, you ever play Voodoo Vince?
No.
It came out on the original Xbox.
Yep. Nobody played
The
it.
OG box.
Yeah, and
It's
it's
a Shrek game on the original Xbox, but I never played Voodoo Vince.
What did you play?
Shrek.
Oh my god.
Oh, it was good. It was great.
IGN gave it a 7.6 out of 10.
What, Voodoo Vince?
Yep.
Who did though? I mean,
IGN.
yeah, but what reviewer though?
No, some guy.
Some
Just
person
some guy.
who, in all likelihood, isn't there anymore.
Most likely, yes.
Doesn't matter.
When's it? This game releases in April, though, right?
Yep, right around the corner.
Cashier Hawkwong. Hawong.
All right.
That's the person's name.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, anyway, Rick, you're reviewing this, aren't you? The re-release?
Yeah, I am.
Did you start playing it yet?
I haven't even gotten the code yet.
No,
Okay.
we're still waiting for it to come in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Solid.
So
I think we are going to get one though, so we will
There'll
let you
definitely
know
be a
what
review
Voodoo
of it.
Vince is like.
yeah.
Well, I have no fond memories of this game, so
Well,
let us know how it is.
I think
They
it's safe to say none of us do because we played it.
they
Apparently,
said
it was a big enough hit to also be remade. So
Yeah, right.
I feel like it's one of those games that I've definitely heard about.
they
but I just-
they say it's a really good platformer.
Yeah, I remember it. I remember seeing like the ads and stuff like that, and I think I read a couple reviews of it, just never picked it up. So
yeah, same here. Just never really drew my interest.
yeah, I don't know. I think at that time too, platformers I wasn't really into them. So
It says at its worst, the game is just another run of the mill platformer. At its worst.
At its worst, yeah.
Speaking of run-of-the-mill platformers, you guys ever play the Wii exclusive Rise of the Mushroom Men?
No.
What a fantastic game! platformer, 3D platformer. It was good. Anyway,
What?
Rise of the Mushroom Men.
Mushroom Men?
Yes, it was actually very well received. If I remember correctly.
No.
Here, let me do a quick little. Listen, my brother very much enjoyed that game,
Oh well.
and he is a fine
You
Nick.
mean Mushroom Men, Rise of the Fungi?
Yep, that's it.
Yeah, I was like Rise of the Mushroom Kingdom. That's what I was looking at.
What a great
That
name.
sounds like a really gross game.
Oh wait, no, that's the DS one. There's a Wii one too.
No, I think it's
Oh,
the
I
Mushroom
remember.
Kingdom.
I remember the DS one.
No, I'm not talking about that. I don't know. That one's trash.
Oh man.
The Spore Wars. Yeah, the Spore Wars. That's the Wii one. IGN rated 2.9. Officially better than Mushroom and than Voodoo Vince. So take that.
Damn.
Well, actually, the community rated it both games the same grading.
Well, anyway, that just means that this is a game that flew under your radar, and if you're listening and you have a hankering for a Wii era trashy
Thing.
mushroom platformer, get Mushroom Men.
I think I remember getting a Game Informer magazine with that on it.
I mean, probably. I don't know. I remember I always wanted to play it, and I just never got around to it. So I might go do that after the show.
Because when I first saw Battleborn, you know, the Battleborn game.
Yeah.
There's the mushroom character in that game. That kind of reminded me of him.
I don't know anything about Battleborn, so.
You know what comes up when people also search for a game that we talked about recently? Deadly Creatures. I might go buy that.
Dude, I'm telling you.
I wonder if I can find it on Amazon. Hold on. Let's move on to the next topic.
All right. Is that enough of that officially?
I don't know. I'm trying to move up along at a decent pace and be too slow. I'm trying.
Too slow, like The Walking Dead?
Slow, don't they?
They do. And they're our next topic.
Oh my god.
Whoa!
Yes. So The Walking Dead is coming again. The third season is coming out. Telltale's Walking Dead. I see there's a date here. It says 3/28.
Yes.
I thought it already launched.
I thought it did too. I guess not.
Well,
Maybe
that's
there's
a
a
shame.
console release. I don't know. I just pulled it from the headlines.
Usually everything, hits at once, but it's
Yeah.
Is this are people still talking about The Walking Dead from Telltale? Is that still a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay.
I don't know anybody who doesn't hate the games.
I can say for a fact that my girlfriend's been asking every 2 weeks.
Oh, really?
When season 3 has been coming out. So,
Okay.
yeah, very excited.
Oh,
She's very
well, there we
excited for
go.
it.
I
We
liked
played
season
Telltale.
1, and then I didn't like anything. So
I did.
I'm like 2/3 of the way through season 1, and I don't know.
are you depressed beyond belief yet?
Yeah. Man.
Whoa.
Whoa.
You know what they say.
Did somebody have to be bleeped or something? What was that?
No. My fault.
Someone's phone's on vibrate.
My phone went on vibrate and someone sent a message into the chat. So that is totally my fault.
Oh, sorry. That was
No.
me responding to
Yeah.
Dylan.
Jason.
Sorry.
You know what's the opposite of slow? Fast. And you know
and you
what's
gotta go
fast?
fast.
That was horrible.
No, or it was great.
Jason, you want to take this one? I know how much you love Sonic.
I do love Sonic. I like. It's funny because I like the first couple Sonic games a lot, and then I have zero interest. So this is like the first couple Sonic games. It's Sonic Mania, and it's hitting pretty soon, I think, for just about everything. PS4, Xbox One, Switch. I want to say there's a PC version too, but I'm not entirely positive. But anyway, this week we saw the Green Hill Zone Act 2 unveiled by Sega, and the bosses, including these new characters. I think they're called the hard-boiled heavies, and they're new. It kind of sounds like mini boss type characters, and they're going to hunt down Sonic in a couple of the levels. And they look pretty cool. I like the designs. very like in keeping with the retro feel of Sonic Mania, so very 16-bitty. Pretty neat. Anybody get a chance to check out this trailer?
Yeah, I saw it, and I'm very excited.
Yeah.
That's
So
all I
kind
have
of
to
hard
say.
not to be. If you're a Sonic fan, it's hard not to be excited about this one because it looks good.
But the true question is it going to be good?
Probably. I'm going to say yeah.
I'm going to say so too because this looks like classic
I think so, too.
platforming. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't look like somebody tried to take Sonic and turn him into an 80s, 90s hipster with a freaking scarf. This looks...
They should have. They
But
should have. That should be some DLC skins. Hipster Sonic, as he fights Eggman's army
with like a little beard, glasses.
This looks like what made classic Sonic great. Multiple ways through levels.
Yep.
If you play it correctly, it looks more like a movie to whoever's watching.
Yep.
I'm just really excited for it. I have it pre-ordered on Switch, so.
Oh wow!
Awesome.
I just wish Sega just like keep doing, like, maybe come out with like a remastered version for the PS4 of Sonic games, but try some new things.
Well, they're on like the PS3 and the Xbox 360. They had the Genesis collections.
Yeah, and you know, the only thing with that, Dylan, and I would agree with you, but the only thing with that is that it's like when Sega tried new things with Sonic, it wasn't good.
No, I don't mean try new things with Sonic. I mean try new things. I mean make new
Sonic
IPs.
Oh, you mean in general try new things?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Well,
they kind of made a new IP. It was called Sonic Boom, and it was hot garbage.
No, as long as it's not titled Sonic at all.
I saw an action figure of Knuckles the other day in a store, and it was so ridiculous. The Sonic Boom version. He's like so jacked up. He's like gigantic. With his little tiny like pencil legs, his giant shoulders, big arms.
So he got drawn by or designed by Jim Leffield.
Yeah, exactly. Rob
Liefeld.
Yeah.
I was thinking of Jim Lee too.
Yeah, I know. It's like you could, you know, the 90s sensibility.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Oh my god. But anyway, this looks really cool. Comes out this spring. And I am thinking about switching to the Switch copy too. Eric, I have it pre-ordered right now on Xbox, I think. But
do you have is it the special edition?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I had it for the PS4, and when it was announced for the Switch, I just switched it over.
Oh, that was great.
So
yeah, it's kind of, you know, because it's so neat to be able to take this stuff with you. Which
exactly.
Yeah, which I actually have a little story the other day. I had to go someplace where I was going to be sitting for a while, and I threw my 3DS in my backpack, and then I was like, oh,
I don't need this anymore.
Yeah, I really don't want this. I took it out and put Breath of the Wild in there. Yeah, so
nice.
I'll just take that with me.
Sega? I think Sega should remaster Comics Zone.
Ooh, Comic Zone was fun. Good memories of that one.
Never played that.
That's a fun one.
Yeah, it's like panels. You go through panels in a comic book. It's really cool. And you have choices. Wow.
That's a fun game.
Just so you guys know, I have Sonic watching me always.
Oh, yes.
He's, in fact, watching us all.
He is.
That's creepy.
Yep. Okay. What else? What's Drop Mix? I don't know what that is.
Oh. Well, I think Drop Mix is going to be like probably the biggest thing this coming holiday.
Really?
Yeah. It sounds it to me. I think it's going to be huge. It's
going to be huge.
Yeah, huge. It's a board game. But it's a board game that works with an app. And it comes with a bunch of cards. And each card has a song embedded in it and licensed music, not just like, you know, public domain stuff or things like that. And
that'd be weird.
Yeah, well, I could actually see that, but this is way better. And your goal in the game is to mix the songs. So basically you use like a song for the vocals, you'll use a song for drums, you'll use a song for guitars. It's pretty cool. I think it's going to be a big deal. It's from Hasbro and the guys who made Rock Band Harmonix.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so I think it's going to be a big one.
I'm
I feel
a
like
sucker for that stuff.
I feel like every cardboard game comes out now has to be
App-enabled.
digitified somehow.
Yeah. Well, you're not too far off because I know a couple of games that are. But this one, obviously, the app is a free download. But it's not cheap. The game itself is going to cost you $100. Comes with the board and 60 cards, and then there'll be additional packs called playlist packs that'll include a bunch more cards. There'll be $14.99 each, and then there's
$14.99. No wonder
Yep.
it costs so much.
And then there's one called a Discovery Pack, which has 5 cards. That's $5. But I think this is going to be a really big deal. To do to me, it just seems like it's going to be huge. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Yes,
I could see it being big.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like an old school Atari.
Doesn't it?
Yeah, that's what my first thought was when I saw it.
If you guys don't know what we're talking about, you go on to BG. We've got shots of the game board. And it looks like, because it's plastic, it's not really cardboard, and it does look like an old video game system. It's pretty neat.
Yeah, with the
A
big
neon video game system.
Yes.
Oh,
So-
that card. That's crazy.
So quickly
Anyway,
moving
that's
back
drop
to,
mix.
I'm sorry, I apologize.
Nope, nothing. Just closing it out.
Quickly moving back to Nintendo, I just ordered Deadly Creatures on Amazon, so I'll be playing that. And Mario Kart 8 Deluxe got a new trailer on March 10th. Anybody watch it? Anybody excited? What do
Hell
you think?
yes.
I'm very excited.
Yeah, me too. I played a lot of Mario Kart 8, and I am excited to go back to playing more Mario Kart 8. And I like the new additions and the new modes and stuff like that. Sounds really cool.
Now, do we know if we're going to be able to party up and race? Like, if we and you wanted to get together on our Switches and race together in an online lobby, can we do that?
They didn't say anything about it, but they were talking about a lot of online features. Nintendo was. So I think you probably could.
I hope so.
don't think there's any reason you couldn't.
Right. Well, I hope so, because I feel like that's one of the things that was missing from Mario Kart 8.
Yeah. As long as you have your 36-digit friend code, I think you're good.
My God.
Memorize it.
Yeah, right.
It's
So,
like
Nadia, you ever play Mario Kart?
Not the new ones, no.
Oh,
What was the last one you played?
Last one I played. Oh my goodness.
They're all
I feel
good,
like
so there's no wrong
yeah,
answer.
they're all good. But I feel like an ancient dinosaur talking about this because I'm not even in the loop with Mario anymore. But I think with my brothers, probably when we were just a bit younger. But other than that, I haven't played any of the new ones. No.
was it Double Dash?
Pardon?
Was it Double Dash on the GameCube?
I don't know. I can't remember.
Oh, what was the best one anyway?
There's a Double Dash feature coming to Mario Kart 8 in that you can have 2 items at once.
Yeah, but I want 2 people on the same car.
Yeah, that's not happening.
I want Diddy Kong and Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong?
oh my God.
To be together driving, and Diddy Kong throw the item and then switch with Donkey Kong and they drive together. That's the best. I love apes and primates. They're my favorite subgroup of animal.
Yeah, I kind of figured that out.
Kong, Donkey Kong, gorillas. Yeah, they're the best.
Apes.
So here's a question about.
What's up?
Here's a question about the Wii U. You know how they disabled online features for the DS and the Wii, but they didn't disable the store. When do you think they're going to do that for the Wii U?
That's a good question.
Probably a few years.
Yeah.
Because they don't want to burn people who just bought a Wii U. Even though they could easily buy a Switch, they don't want to burn people.
I mean, it's dead now. The Wii U. That's it. You'll see some third-party stuff go up, but that's about it. And I think I don't know. I'm probably with you, Eric. I think probably like a couple years down the line, maybe like 2019, something like that.
I guess when all the like big titles release on the Switch, like Mario Kart 8, Smash Brothers, stuff like that.
Yeah, there's no Smash yet. That's true, and that wouldn't be a great idea to cut that off.
And then when the first Pokemon game comes to Nintendo Switch,
right,
that's gonna be hectic.
Right. Anybody hear anything else about Pokemon on the Switch? Because that was like a thing for a while and then just disappeared.
I really don't think it's going to be a mainline RPG. I can't see that happening right now. Because they don't want to.
What do you think, like a Go type thing?
No, not even a Go type thing. I think we're going to see like a spin-off RPG, like Colosseum or Gale of Darkness.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Well, if they can port, if they can make something, if they can make a Pokemon game similar to the DS games, DS would be dead.
Yeah,
well, I don't necessarily agree with that totally. I think what's so special about Colosseum and Gale of Darkness was that they managed to tell a different story, and it wasn't just go watch all this stuff and go to the gyms.
Yeah.
Did any of you guys ever play those games?
I'm not a Poke fan, so no. The only thing that I've really played for any length of time is Go. That's it.
Yeah, me too.
Gotcha. Well, I got Colosseum when it came out, and it was so interesting. And I don't know if you guys know anything about these games. Basically, you couldn't catch wild Pokemon. Wild Pokemon didn't exist in these regions.
Oh.
And the only way you could get Pokemon was by stealing them from other trainers. So you couldn't catch every Pokemon. You could only catch Pokemon whose hearts were closed off to darkness or whatever it was.
Whoa. That's deep.
Well, no, there was this evil company who was infecting trainers' Pokemon. In order to save them, you had to capture them from other people and then bond with them, and then you could unlock their potential.
Ew.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, they told really good stories, and they were really fun. And I think a package, Colosseum Gale of Darkness for the Switch, would do really well. I know that would be a game I would like to take with me and play. And I would play it again, too.
Something new or a remake?
No, just remake it. Remaster it.
Okay.
I don't care. I'd buy them again. They're good.
Okay.
They're fun. I still have them for the GameCube. I would just like to take them with me.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, who knows? They've been talking about GameCube releases on the Virtual Console when that eventually hits. So maybe that'll be around.
Maybe
at some point.
Maybe.
Possibly.
Possibly.
Hey, Jason.
Yeah.
How's the comic rack going this week?
I'm so glad you asked.
I think that's sarcasm. I appreciate that.
There wasn't a ton of exciting stuff this week in the wonderful world of comic books, but there were a few things. The first one I see we've got here is R.L. Stine joining Man-Thing as the author, and that's kind of a big deal. R.L. Stine, of course, a pretty well-known name in young adult spooky stories. I'm not really familiar with Man-Thing to a great degree. I did read a couple of books with him in there, but he's basically just like a Marvel's version of Swamp Thing, except he's got a more even more like supernatural edge to him, and that as the saying goes, those who know fear burn at the touch of the Man-Thing. So like if you're afraid, he's gonna burn you up if he touches you.
I just want to say that Man-Thing sounds like a name I would give to a comic book character. I've got no idea.
Yeah, I would agree with that. It does.
Man-Thing. I don't know what to call it.
So R.L. Stine, we'll see what happens there. So that's one thing that's coming out pretty soon, I think. First issue of that, and that's an ongoing. Then we had well, this is kind of interesting. This week, Atari's classic game to start to be converted into tabletop titles from IDW Games, which is kind of cool. They're starting with Centipede. That'll be out later this year, and then the plan is that every couple of months a new one is going to hit. And we have box art up for a few of them on BG, Missile Command, and stuff like that. To me, these classic games really lend themselves to board games. I mean, it's not like, you're not talking about like some epic thing like Warhammer or something like that, but like an actual board game where you have a board and you have like very defined objectives and things you have to do. I think they really lend themselves to that. So this could probably be pretty cool.
Can I comment on this real quick?
You definitely can.
Somebody who's a huge board game fan and a pretty big game fan. That'll be
Yes.
incredible.
Yeah.
Very excited for this. That's all.
Okay. Cool. Cool. IDW, by the way, and I didn't realize this. IDW Games has Ninja Turtle game, a Back to the Future game, and even a Godfather game. So they have a pretty nice spread of IPs already under their umbrella. So this is the latest edition. Pretty cool. Moving past this, we talked a little bit of Royals, so Inhumans, and we talked a little bit of X-Men this week. Marvel revealed previews of Royals #1, and it sends the Inhumans into space on a quest to basically save their, I guess you'd call it subspecies of human, or niche species of human. So they're going out into deep space, and it sounds like they're going to be there for a while, which is a pretty big change for the Marvel Universe as far as the Inhumans go. And I'm going to ask Rick about this one because I know you're an Inhumans fan. What do you think of this move?
I like it. I think it's pretty cool. Obviously, they need to do something with bringing in like the old, new Guardians team. So I think it's a cool move. And we really haven't seen the Inhumans in space before, so I think it'll be cool.
Yeah, I think it's really good. And I'm not an Inhumans fan at all, but I like the idea of this because I feel like it differentiates it from X-Men like a lot.
Yeah, certainly.
So I'm really happy to see this, and I'll actually pick up this book now to see.
Now, you said they're going to look for other Inhumans, or are they like kind of?
No, there's some sort of a. I haven't been following IVX, Inhumans versus X-Men, so I don't really know what's happening there. But it sounds like when it ends, the Inhumans are going to be in a similar position to the X-Men. Well, not the X-Men, but mutants a few years ago, whereas there weren't that many of them left. And it's kind of like questionable whether there are going to be any more. So it sounds to me from the preview like they're going off into space to look for an answer to this and a way to save their species.
Gotcha. All right. Cool. Yeah.
It
sounds like maybe they're kind of finding their origins, maybe perhaps.
Yep. So. Yep. I'm sure there's going to be some Kree stuff thrown in there and all that kind of good stuff.
Is Black Bolt with them as well?
Yes,
I didn't
he's on the cover.
See them on the okay, because I only saw Medusa, but I just briefly looked at the cover. So.
Yep, he's on the cover. You know what? Let me just take a quick look here, because there was a listing of who the main characters are going to be: Black Bolt, Medusa, Crystal, Gorgon, Flint, and Swain. I'm not familiar with Flint or Swain, but I know the first couple, of course.
Yeah, I don't know who those are either. Wow, they're just taking the whole royal family with them, aren't they?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So there's still going to be Inhuman books on Earth going on?
That's what I was just about to say. I don't know. I'm sure there's going to be Inhuman characters on Earth still. Yeah. But I can't really. I mean, they didn't mention a few. Like Karnak is not mentioned here, and
oh yeah, that's right.
Guys like that. So I'm sure there's going to be an Inhuman presence on Earth, but it doesn't sound like it's going to be a big presence.
Huh. That's crazy.
Then we had Resurrection this week also, where we talked about X-Men Gold #1 and the Resurrection Spotlight Sampler, which is going to have both Inhumans Prime and X-Men Prime stuff in there. That's going to be free, which is kind of cool. And that arrives on March 29th. And that's going to be when you could start picking up the X-Men Resurrection books, which X-Men Gold, X-Men Blue, Royals is going to be out for the Inhuman side of things, Cable, Iceman, Jean Grey, Gen X, which I totally forgot was coming back, and that's awesome. Weapon X. So all that stuff is going to be out at that point. This is going to be like a nice little supplement to it, which is again free. I guess if you get
Right.
there to your local comic book store soon enough,
Yeah.
because I'm sure they're gonna fly.
Speaking of X-Men comic books, I'm
Mhm.
actually I watched Logan yesterday for the first time, and I just started reading again Wolverine Old Man Logan, the graphic
Oh,
novel.
yeah.
Yeah,
Now, are you?
pretty good.
What did you think of Logan first?
I thought it was really good. I personally I give it a 10 out of 10.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I hear it's pretty awesome.
Man, for somebody who criticizes people throwing 10 out of 10s around, it sounds like you're throwing 10 out of 10 around.
You just did
I
it.
saw 50 Shades Darker, and no.
All right, Dylan, listen, I'm just playing. But
Yeah,
explain
I know.
Explain it.
Cool. So, are you excited, Dylan, for Old Man Logan versus the Maestro?
I don't know. I will look into it,
Yeah.
but I'm not sure.
Okay. It's a very political answer.
It's only going to be one issue long. It's just only going to be 2 pages long.
Yeah. It's actually one panel. Way to spoil it, Rick.
I know. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's I think that's pretty much it for the comic rack this week. Oh, you know what? There was one little piece of news I wanted to mention that we were actually talking about in the show notes. Callum, of course, who is not here with us this week, is a huge Legion fan and has been watching the Legion show. And he brought it up in the show notes, and I was actually just thinking about it at that point. And Patrick Stewart said he would like to guest star as Professor X on Legion, which is kind of cool. I don't know if that's got any chance of coming to pass, but it's a neat little thought, and it would certainly connect Legion to the X-Men movie universe, which is, I mean, that can only be a plus. So
I was when I first heard the TV show Legion,
Mhm.
I was kind of sad that it wasn't related to the Legion movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that was kind of a fun movie.
Yeah, I like that movie.
Anyway, that will do it for the comic rack this week.
Boom.
Nice. Well, let's keep it rolling. You got Blaster Master Zero. How is it?
I did. It's pretty fun. Only played a couple of minutes, but it is very old school. It's basically Blaster Master, but with like added stuff, and it looks. I guess it looks a little bit different because it's not quite what I remember, but it's basically Blaster Master. So if you like Blaster Master, and I have yet to meet anyone who doesn't,
Can you answer a couple questions for me real quick?
I will try. But again, I haven't played much, so.
Sure. No, well, this is just your perceptions then.
Okay.
So, I've never spent too much time with Blaster Master. It's true in this game that you can shoot diagonally. I heard that you can shoot diagonally, but the enemies still can't move in those ways.
You know what? I haven't tried it. Not sure.
All right. And then I also heard that the game gets too easy once you fully upgrade your Blaster.
Oh, I'm sure it does.
So I heard that as a criticism, but
yeah, I'm absolutely sure it does. It's honestly not. And again, I feel like I have to keep saying this, but I haven't played much. But it's honestly not as hard as I remembered it. When I was a kid, I remember it being like crushingly difficult. But
Yeah.
it's hard. Yeah, but it's. I mean, just from the few minutes that I played, it's not as bad.
Gotcha.
So I imagine if you are fully upgraded, it's going to be pretty easy.
Came out in '88.
Yes, thank you, Dylan.
Yeah. You're welcome.
That feels really good. So, yeah. Anyway, it's Blaster Master. We had a couple of reviews go up on the website this week. We the first thing we did was the 112 collection action figure of Daredevil that came to us from Mezco Toys. I reviewed it this week. I don't really do toy reviews, but This one was really fun to do. I took a bunch of fun pictures, and everything is up there. And in a nutshell, if you like action figures, Mezco's 112 collection is, it's as good as you get. Tons of posability, lots of extra stuff included. They give you a great stand with it that you can do all kinds of things with. Really nice sculpting, really nice paint applications. It's a great figure. So if you like action figures, check out the 112 collection, and check out the Daredevil review, which is up right now on BG. And then this week we also had Erich reviewing Death Race, the movie.
Yes.
Which I forgot about. So how was Death Race?
I finally got to post the review. And if you've ever seen the original 1979 or whenever it was, Death Race, it's more of that. It's ridiculous, over the top satire. It was, if you like satirical comedy, it's pretty good. But from a straight how quality is this movie, I think it's pretty evident that it's supposed to be campy and garbage. But I mean,
well, they
funny.
rebooted the series with Jason Stamos.
Who?
Jason Stamos.
You mean Jason Statham? But this is different. No, this is a different Death Race.
Yeah. Yeah, no, this is a different one in the series. They made like a couple of them.
No, those, I'm pretty sure those are different. Those are the Jason Statham ones you're talking about, were like, oh, you have to get out of prison by doing this motorcycle race, and they called it Death Race. But this is Roger Corman's satire, satirical, political comedy. Basically showing, how consumerism is destructive, and yeah. I mean, it's all right.
Roger Corman?
Roger Corman, yeah.
Wow. I didn't know that. That's pretty cool.
It has 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
The king of B movies.
Yep.
So here's a question for you guys. Would you watch a movie of Death Race with John Stamos in it? Sorry, Erich.
Yeah. No, it's
the answer is yes.
Yes, the answer is yes. That is the correct answer.
The movie is definitely B trash in the same way that, like,
ow.
But it's not a bad thing. It's just a B movie. It's good. I enjoyed it. From what I saw, I found myself shaking my head and laughing a bunch through. So,
all right. So you enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it. It's still a B movie. It's not going to win any Academy Awards. That's for certain.
No?
No, it won't.
Wow.
It didn't.
I'd be very worried if it did.
So, there it is. You can see the review on the site.
Excellent.
Do we have any other reviews this week?
I don't think so. We didn't have a lot of reviews this week.
I don't think so.
It was just the two, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of those weird, late winter. It's just, there's like so little going on right now. It's amazing we had as much content post as we did.
Yeah, certainly.
Oh, you know what we did have? I'm
slowly.
just looking at it right now. Roll20, the online role-playing tabletop role-playing company. They incorporated D&D's Monster Manual into their system, and Joey posted a review of that this week, which sounds like it's pretty great. It's a little bit on the expensive side for what it is, but it sounds like it's pretty fantastic. So if you like tabletop games and you play online with your friends, this is probably a nice pickup. So you can read the review on BG.
Nice.
Indeed.
Cool.
And that's it for reviews. Oh, wait, one more. Mac reviewed the latest episode of The Flash. So if you want to hear about the Wrath of Savitar, go check that out too. There you go. All right. So
Flash.
A couple of reviews.
You know what there were a lot of this week?
What's that?
Switches being sold.
Oh, indeed, there were. Yes.
More than the Wii. Apparently.
Yes, and I have one little change to make to this story, which I have to update later. Is that it was the biggest Nintendo selling console of all time, not overall. So,
right.
That was my question.
But, so we have to, we have to change
Okay.
that. It's my fault. I read the source wrong, and So it's still impressive.
Heck
But
yeah, it is.
you know, because
It's
it
really
beat the
impressive.
Wii, and it's not impressive that it beat the Wii U, but you know. There you go. And let's see, because there was some interesting little nuggets in this. The in the UK, the Switch beat the Wii U, but did not defeat the original Wii or the PS4 or Xbox One in terms of launches.
It was like in between. It was like in between the Wii U, very close to the Wii, but in between those numbers. It was like 307,
Yeah. And Japan was really interesting because apparently Nintendo was really targeting Japan for a big launch, and
they didn't get it.
Well, it did well, but it didn't beat the PS4 or the original Wii.
That's crazy.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Especially unlike the US.
Yeah. The US, it just did really, really well. I mean, which anybody who's looking for a Switch right now knows very well that it did well because it's very hard to get one.
Is it? Is it pretty hard to get one?
Yeah, I haven't seen them anywhere.
Interesting.
And Legend of Zelda, of course, did huge in terms of attach rates and sales. It defeated Super Mario 64 as Nintendo's biggest launch game.
The lowest score I saw for that game was the 97.3.
That sounds about right. That sounds about right. And it's the best-selling game for any Nintendo console at launch. It is tops in the US right now in terms of sale, but not in the UK, where Horizon Zero Dawn bested it.
Oh yeah. Guerrilla Games.
There is that.
You know what I would like to see? A percentage of the people that bought Breath of the Wild and actually finish it.
I'm not going to be in there.
Well, if only they had achievements to show that.
If only they did.
Yes.
If only they did.
Does the Switch? They don't have trophies or achievements.
You better believe they don't.
No.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yet again.
Well, let's talk about that. But first, real quick, what do you guys think about this No Man's Sky update?
I don't care.
I know you don't care.
All right. I downloaded it and I freaking love it. And I've been playing that game all weekend, and it's freaking totally sucked me back in.
Wow.
So anyone who doesn't know, they just did a new update, and for No Man's Sky, people will be able to build new terrain vehicles that they can use on the planet. So now you don't have to fly in your spaceship and worry about all that jazz. There's 3 different ground vehicles. There's obviously a really small one, the buggy, and then there's a one that hovers, and then there's a big giant one. And it's a lot of fun. It took me about 6 hours to get the base, because you go in and you have to build a base, and then you have to start going and recruiting aliens. And so it took me about 6 hours until I had my first ground vehicle, but it's pretty cool. The game has totally sucked me back in. So if you have the game, or go ahead.
Didn't they make building the base easier?
Yeah, I think they did, and they also made base sharing. So like if someone ends up on my planet, they can see my base. They won't be able to see me, but they can still go and like check things out. So that's pretty cool too as well. They updated the graphics for the PS Pro. So I don't know. Like I'm saying, I know Eric's a big fan. You should definitely check it out, Erich, if you have a chance. If you picked up the game and you kind of are thinking it's missing some stuff, there's been a lot of additions to it, because this is the first time I picked it up since I put it down. So it's a lot of fun.
When did you put it down?
This was the update I was waiting for. They added new weapon types.
Probably about a month or so after I started playing it. So I know I've missed 2 giant updates, but I've been able to go onto the fleet ships now, which is cool. I started building a base, and like I said, so I don't know. It's definitely sucked me back in.
Erich, you going to get back into it?
Yes, I am. They also added like new weapon types and a new permadeath mode. So like this is
Well, I'm glad to hear it's getting better.
I think it is. Do you have it still, Dylan? Did you buy it?
I never bought it.
Oh, okay.
I came very close.
Yeah.
I'll definitely think about it now.
I mean, it's like Minecraft, but I don't know. It's like Minecraft on space, on crack. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm having a great time with it. It's fun, so it's definitely sucked me back in.
Is
Nadia,
it?
have you ever played it?
Nope.
Okay.
Well,
So what do you
Yes,
guys
Dylan?
think about trophy achievement systems? Let's get into this.
I like it.
I do too.
Yeah, I love them. So
All right, Dylan,
what? It's awesome.
Nadia.
Yeah, I like. You know what? I like it too. I always get so excited, like a kid at a candy store, whenever I achieve something. I don't know what that is. It's just kind of it makes me super happy. So
You see it pop up on your screen. You hear the
yeah,
noise. You're like,
exactly.
"Whoa!"
Yeah.
Not quite like that, but yeah, we get the point. Yeah, Dylan should record his own achievement noise.
you know what? If I could add that to my PS4 or my Xbox One, I
I
totally would.
probably would as well. You could sell your voice there, Dylan.
You people are not making this easy for me.
Well, why don't you tell us why you don't like it, Erich?
Here's the thing.
Because it's
I like
popular
them-
and it's fun.
No, because I like Walking Dead, which is the
Yeah?
most popular show properly of all time. So,
Oh,
whatever.
please. Enough with your Walking Dead elitism.
Well, I'm just saying I'm not a hipster.
Okay.
So here's the
okay.
I liked them achievements, trophies, until last night.
Uh-oh.
When I was contemplating which game to play, and I felt guilty moving on because I didn't platinum Oddworld yet. All right?
Oh.
So maybe this is my fault,
Yes.
being a completionist. But I don't like that this game's sitting here guilting me not having a platinum trophy, saying, "Oh, you should really play this," when I just want to play Styx or SteamWorld Heist or anything else. But no, I didn't platinum this game yet, so I better platinum it.
Eric, I think that might be
That's just
the
anybody.
definition of an like some sort of mental issue.
What do you have left to do to get platinum for that game?
I gotta finish the game rescuing every Mudukin, which are just like the
Oh,
people, in
yeah.
less than 3 hours.
How close have you gotten? Have you tried it?
I mean, I'm in the middle of the run, but I just don't
Oh,
feel
yeah?
like doing it because I have to follow a guide to make sure I don't miss any.
Mhm.
And it's
Yeah.
So as far as I mean, I see where you're coming from with that, but as far as like just playing games and enjoying them, and then having fun when an achievement or a trophy pops up, that's what I like. I mean,
Yeah.
and also to show when you beat a game, and it gives you a little extra sense of accomplishment.
Certainly.
I mean, I don't get wrapped up in the whole, getting all the achievements or platinuming stuff and things like that. Not at all, because I would never play anything. if I
Yeah,
did
try
that.
getting
Well,
a platinum.
Don't start. Don't do it because I platinumed one game and now I have this nagging freaking thing in the back of my skull telling me to platinum everything. Don't move on until you platinum this game. Get every trophy.
The
Yeah,
worst
That's just
platinums.
OCD, Eric.
The worst platinums you could ever get is in a sports game or a music game.
Man,
Why?
I would.
Those are too easy? Are you saying
No,
those are too
no,
easy?
you try getting a platinum in Singing Star.
Oh,
You have to
What?
sing perfectly.
yeah. No thanks.
I already do that already in the shower, so
Oh my
I
god.
don't need to prove it in the game.
One of the trophies for Rock Band, and I'm sorry, one of the trophies for Rock Band required playing through it without, like, playing through the entire set list, the entire game's music catalog without taking
Yeah.
a break.
What is it, like
Oh.
6 hours long?
Yeah, no, I think
Yeah,
it was
I know
longer
that.
than that. I think it was like 11
Was it?
hours,
Oh man.
and it's like you can't stop, so you can't take breaks or anything.
Yeah, see, that's a bit much, but I mean, like, to have that in there for like the true, let's call them lunatics.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's one thing. That's fine. But I mean, I love it. Again, I love achievements and trophies, but I'm not gonna get hung up on stuff like that. That's insane.
How many what's your level on PSN?
I have
It's
no
not
idea.
for me. It's not super high. It's like 13 or something. But like, I never did this until like 2 weeks ago, and that's why this is just coming up now. I always liked the idea of them, and then I platinumed one game, and now I'm like, oh, I got to do it for every game. No, I don't want to do it for every game. All right, I want to put the game down and play something that's
Well,
fun.
yeah, if you want an easy platinum, just play the Telltale games.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't want easy platinums. I don't want them at all. I want to take them away.
Wow.
At least take the
I-
levels away. Make me feel like I'm not inferior because I didn't get as many platinums as someone else.
Actually,
You know,
I hate it.
there's a lot of anger there.
I hate this. I hate the system. I need it to go away.
I actually have 21 platinums.
Woo!
Good for you.
Oh man.
Come on, Eric. You got to be able to brag about them.
You would, of course. No, definitely. If you get 21 platinums, brag about them all you want. That's fine. But damn, I hate them.
Yeah.
Well,
I think the most fun I had getting a platinum were in the Uncharted games. I got a platinum in every single Uncharted game, which is pretty.
Nice.
Jeez.
Those are pretty fun. All you need is
I
a
haven't
trophy.
platinum
All you need is a guide next to you to find out where every single treasure is on the ground.
Yeah, but isn't that tedious? Making sure you're not missing everything, looking at the guide before you make every step so you don't miss like
No, I
treasure?
just replay the game.
Well, right, but you still have to look at the guide to make sure you're not missing anything.
Yeah, it tells me where everything is.
Yep, right. I understand that, Dylan.
Hey, wait. What does a guide do?
I have a system, and it's not I'm not bored from it.
I didn't say it was boring. I said it's
Well,
tedious.
Well, I'm not tedious on it. I just hit pause and then hit play and then hit pause and then hit play again.
So this is,
yeah, that's not
but
tedious at all.
This is what the gameplay loop looks like, Dylan. No, you read the guide for until you get to the next treasure.
No, I don't read the guide. I watch a video.
It's even worse. Then you miss.
I'm not
Then you
hitting
miss the treasure, and then you got to go back.
I don't miss any treasure. I just told you I had platinums in all the games.
That's not my point. If you miss, if you're watching,
If you listen carefully, you can hear Eric's head exploding.
watching the video and you miss where they picked up the treasure, that means you have to scrub back through the video to find out where you were before it, and you have to go back to where you were. Oh my God, Dylan, you're.
I never missed the treasure though. I never missed the treasure.
You've never missed a treasure in your life. All right, Dylan.
No, in the Uncharted games.
This is ridiculous.
Well, listen, I'd like to add here. I still think it's a huge mistake that Nintendo hasn't picked up some sort of achievement system by now.
Yeah.
They did on the Wii U. They had stickers for their
Oh, get
first
the
party
hell out of
games.
here with your sticker. I mean an actual achievement system.
I like those stickers,
Stop it.
and they didn't make me hate myself when I didn't have a platinum one.
Stop it.
Oh my God.
It's a huge mistake. They should have had one by now. They should have had one with the Wii U.
But Dylan, wait,
Yes.
wait, hold on. I'm not done with this yet.
Oh,
So, Dylan,
God.
Are you telling me that you don't find it tedious when you got to watch this video for 30 seconds, pause the game, play for 30 seconds, pause the game, watch the video for 30 seconds, pause the video, play the game for 30 seconds? Does that not get boring? Is that not tedious for you?
No, I just call that an awesome weekend.
Fair. Okay, you can enjoy it. That's fine. All right. God bless you, Dylan, if you have that patience. You're a cyborg, I think. You have inhuman levels of patience, and I don't understand. But
Yeah,
I'm happy.
I have plenty of patience.
I'm happy for you. Okay.
All right. Are you all right?
I'm fine. I just don't understand. This is something I've gotten into with my best friend as well, because he does the same thing. He platinums every game, basically, and I don't get it. I don't understand.
And does he do it the same way, like Dylan, with guides and stuff?
He uses written guides, which
Okay.
I prefer, honestly, as well.
I actually
But-
prefer that too.
Just
I
because
figure
you
if I'm going to
miss
start using a guide, I'm just going to move on to the next game because then it just kind of doesn't become fun.
That's a good point.
That's what I'm. That's
But
my
I
point.
tried
It's like work.
I try to go through a game without doing it, the guide, but
Mhm.
then obviously that doesn't work pretty
Yeah.
much 99% of the time. So
Yeah, when
I
I,
mean-
when I first play through the game, like the first or second time, I don't use the guide. I just play it on normal, and then once you do a normal mode, you unlock like the hardest difficulty. And then I just play it on that, and then I play it for a third or fourth time
Yeah.
using the guide.
If when I first play a game, I always I always play it on normal. It's like I play through it and then that's it. Because again, I don't get hung up with the platinums and stuff like that. But I could see if you did, you probably would need a guide. Otherwise, you'd be playing for like a ridiculous amount of time.
Searching for this one area. Where the heck is this?
Yeah.
I used guides on my Resident Evil 7 Platinum, and I knew that game inside and out by the end, and it was just tedious to follow a guide to know where all these little antique coins were, or where all the files were, to make sure you didn't miss one. Because if you miss them, you can't go back and get them again. I don't know. I think I've developed a bad personality trait doing this.
I think you may have.
Anyway, what are you guys playing?
Well,
Dylan.
you know what I'm playing. Go
I
ahead, Dylan.
do know what you're playing. I'm jealous. What you playing, Dylan?
What am I playing?
Nothing.
Nothing really. Nothing new.
Cool.
Yeah.
Rick, what are you doing?
No Man's Sky.
Cool.
Oh, nice.
Nadia.
Nothing new. Just basically the same games that I talked about 2 weeks ago. But that's pretty much it. So nothing new.
Nice. And Jason, I'll go last.
Well,
We already know.
Well, Breath of the Wild mainly, but I threw a couple other things in there because I'm just starting Blaster Master, and I played Bomberman, which is fun. I think I talked about it last week. If I didn't, it's fun. It's online's really fun. And what else? There was something else. Oh, I'm still playing Halo Wars 2. And,
Liking it?
What's that?
Liking it?
Yeah, I love the original though. So I mean, and this is extremely similar. So, and then I did pick up one of the SNK games that hit the Switch. That just kind of popped up and hit the Switch. I wasn't expecting those at all. So I picked up King of Fighters 98, and I've been playing that on and off. That's a really fun game.
Nice. Great game.
Yeah.
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 So, I had a busy week because I just played a lot of video games this week.
Wow.
I didn't have that much work to do, so I just did all my my work, and then I didn't see my girlfriend. So when I didn't see her, I was just playing video games. And
Nice.
played through SteamWorld Dig, which took 3 hours. So that wasn't even tough. It was quick. Started
Okay.
SteamWorld Heist.
Thoughts?
Played. I really like SteamWorld Dig, and I really can't wait for the second one now. I just wish it was longer. It's Metroid-like in the way that you collect upgrades to make moving through the world easier, but you have one goal the whole time, and you know exactly where you're going. So it's really satisfying to get your upgrades. SteamWorld Heist is just turn-based, squad-based combat. Pretty fun. Started playing through Halo 1 Anniversary Edition Legendary.
Whoa.
No worries, don't. And kind of want to play Torchlight, but I didn't get time for that.
Torchlight. Oh, that's that. It's like a few years back. It's like very cartoony Diablo type thing.
Yep.
That's a fun game.
It is. That's why I want to get back to it.
Yes.
And I think that's basically it. Yeah, playing a lot. Because my girlfriend's working too much. So when I finish my work, I got nothing to do.
Oh, darn. You get to play video games. God.
Yeah, I mean, there comes a time when you finish your day job by 5 p.m. and then you're playing games all night, that it gets boring.
Yeah. Just watch Netflix.
Oh man, I
just get a new game.
Can't. It's hard. No, I can't get a new game. So I'm saving.
Go volunteering.
Yep.
Get a second job.
I have
play the PS3. Get a PS Vita.
I have.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
I have
Take up crocheting.
And I have 2 jobs, Rick.
Get a third job.
I'm not. I'm actually looking for the 3rd job, but you know.
There you go.
Eric, did you ever think about picking up another PS Vita, or maybe 2 more? No.
Maybe I'll just buy them from a kid at school because they're so cheap.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. I'm Erich. Thanks for listening. Joined as always by we'll go reverse order this time. Jason.
If you've made it this far, you have earned an achievement.
Listen to every episode and watch them. Nadia,
Take care, everybody. It was great to be here.
Dylan.
Hey, everybody. Bye.
All right, and Rick.
And this is the true Eric Martin signing off.
Oh man. Thanks for listening, everybody.